Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we'll be talking about how spending time in nature can relieve stress and even reduce pain. We'll look at research that shows a 2-hour walk in a forest may significantly improve mood and lower blood pressure. With me is my co-host, Ilara Sky, who shares a focus on natural health and offers valuable insights into everyday wellness practices. Ilara, thanks for joining me.
Glad to be here, Ethan. The studies on time spent in natural settings are remarkable. Researchers have observed that forest walking can reduce depression, tension, fatigue, and confusion, even in individuals without diagnosed mental health conditions. It's fascinating because these benefits aren't just about feeling a little more relaxed. They come with measurable changes in mood, blood pressure, and even oxygen levels in the body.
Let's start with the overall idea from Dr. Mercola's article. The key takeaway is that exposure to natural environments positively affects both mental and physical well-being. In fact, forest therapy has been linked to lower stress hormone levels, better pain management, and immediate neurological shifts. Researchers have even found that women tend to benefit more in areas like mental clarity and reduced fatigue, showing that these effects are widespread and can vary by gender.
Exactly. One significant point is that you don't need to be sick or burned out to see these effects. Even healthy adults with no particular mental health concerns or chronic conditions report big improvements after just a couple of hours in a forest or park. In one study, participants experienced enhanced mood, reduced tension, and clearer focus. Their blood pressure dropped, and many reported feeling more energetic, which suggests the cardiovascular system also benefits from this exposure.
Let's touch on how nature actually changes the way the brain processes pain. There's a study from 2025 published in Nature Communications, where 49 healthy adults were subjected to mild electrical shocks while viewing immersive videos of different environments. The interesting result was that virtual exposure to nature scenes significantly lowered pain scores and altered key brain regions associated with pain processing. Meanwhile, urban or indoor scenes offered little to no relief.
In that experiment, imaging showed that the thalamus, a kind of relay station for pain signals, was less active when participants viewed the natural environment. Areas like the S2 and PINS, which help identify the type and location of the pain, were also less engaged. In other words, nature exposure seemed to dial down nociception, the initial pain signal, before it even fully registered. That's an immediate biological shift, not just an emotional or delayed psychological response.
It's particularly compelling that these changes happened in real time. The researchers noted that nature draws attention gently, rather than demanding it or triggering stress, which can happen with urban settings. Even though the study used videos of natural scenes, the principle remains clear. Real-life exposure might offer even stronger benefits. This could be very relevant for hospital settings or any area where pain management is a concern.
Exactly. Shifting focus in a non-demanding way allows the parasympathetic nervous system to become more active. That's the rest and repair mode of the body, which helps calm the heart rate, soothe the breath, and reduce overall stress. When you're outdoors, especially in forest settings, everything from the tranquil sounds to the fresh air can facilitate this shift out of constant fight-or-flight mode.
Let's look at another study from China, published in Frontiers in Public Health. Researchers took middle-aged adults to a forest health and wellness base for 3 days. They tracked stress, blood pressure, and emotional changes. After just those 3 days, participants experienced a marked drop in mood disturbances such as tension, depression, and anger. On top of that, blood pressure readings also went down.
Right, and those improvements didn't take long. By the second day, stress levels had plummeted. The researchers noted that physical movement, like walking over 13,000 steps a day, combined with calm activities such as flower viewing and soaking in hot springs, amplified the benefits. What's more, women in this study showed an even bigger improvement in negative emotions such as confusion and fatigue. That suggests nature-based experiences can be quickly effective and adaptable for a variety of people.
Another concept Dr. Mercola highlights is that you don't have to trek into a vast wilderness. City parks can offer many of these benefits. The real key is consistent engagement. Nature resets your nervous system, improves pain perception, and helps your body produce stable energy. Let's also discuss the Japanese study mentioned in the article, which involved 155 adults. After a single 2-hour forest session, nearly all negative emotions declined and blood pressure also dropped.
Yes, that Japanese study underscores that you don't need a full week's vacation to feel better. Even a brief time in the woods can produce measurable improvements in mood. Interestingly, people who had mild depressive symptoms saw the biggest gains. And for those who were already in generally good shape, they still experienced mood boosts and cardiovascular benefits. That's a solid argument for making a short forest visit part of a regular health routine.
One reason this works is the presence of phytoncides, natural compounds released by trees. When you breathe them in, they can help lower stress levels and might even enhance immune function. These compounds seem to complement the sensory relief of the forest setting, which isn't overpopulated by screens, loud traffic, or artificial lighting. That quiet environment naturally encourages reflection and relaxation.
Precisely. The cumulative effect of fewer external stressors, pleasant scenery, and calming phytoncides adds up. Your body shifts from sympathetic to parasympathetic dominance, reducing chronic stress responses. And, as Dr. Mercola points out, there's also the question of your diet. Many people are stuck in stress mode because of processed foods and vegetable oils, which can increase oxidative stress and disrupt cellular function.
Let's go through Dr. Mercola's recommendations for taking advantage of what the outdoors has to offer. First, commit to a minimum of 2 hours each week in a forest environment or the closest natural setting available. Second, consider turning your outdoor time into a structured experience, like short sessions of mindful breathing or simply walking slowly and observing your surroundings without digital distractions.
Third, a daily digital detox window can be extremely beneficial. This means carving out time in the morning or evening with no screens, allowing your mind to downshift. Fourth, Dr. Mercola advises cutting out processed foods and inflammatory vegetable oils like soybean or canola and replacing them with healthier saturated fats. Pair this with nutrient-rich carbohydrates, protein, and fiber to give your cells the energy and nutrients they need to function optimally.
Now, let's address a few common questions. First, how does nature affect the brain's response to pain? Research shows that even virtual exposure to nature scenes reduces pain intensity and lowers activity in pain-related brain regions like the thalamus. People in those studies felt less pain compared to urban or indoor scenes, and fMRI scans confirmed the difference.
Another question is, does spending time in nature reduce stress quickly? The answer is yes. Studies indicate that people can see major drops in stress and mood disturbances within just a few days, sometimes within hours of being in a forest environment. Blood pressure usually goes down as well, and overall tension decreases.
Next, do you have to be sick or stressed out to benefit from forest exposure? Absolutely not. Healthy individuals also show significant gains, from lower blood pressure to a better mood. A single 2-hour walk has been found to improve energy and clarity for practically anyone, regardless of whether they have existing emotional or medical issues.
Another frequent question is, what's the science behind nature's calming effects? It revolves around the parasympathetic nervous system and the unique way nature engages your attention. Soft stimuli like rustling leaves or bird calls don't overwhelm your senses, so your body can shift into rest and repair mode. Meanwhile, natural compounds in the air support stress reduction and overall immune function.
Finally, how can people incorporate nature into a daily routine? It's about intention. Schedule at least 2 hours weekly in a natural spot. Avoid looking at your phone or bringing electronic distractions. A slow, mindful walk, focusing on what you see, hear, and feel, can enhance these benefits. Then pair it with healthier food choices and daily breaks from digital devices to round out that restorative process.
These lifestyle changes work together to reduce the toxic load on your nervous system. When you remove processed vegetable oils and limit screen time, you minimize internal and external stressors. That sets the stage for nature's healing effects. Whether you're strolling in a quiet park, enjoying a forest, or simply sitting under a tree with your eyes closed, tuning in to the sounds around you.
We've covered a lot today, from key research studies to specific strategies that make forest therapy more accessible. The bottom line is that nature offers immediate and measurable benefits for pain management, stress reduction, and overall well-being. Ilara, thank you for sharing these insights.
Thank you, Ethan. It's encouraging to see how a simple nature walk can have profound effects on mood, blood pressure, and even brain function.
And with that, we'll wrap up this episode of Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, here with Ilara Sky. We appreciate you tuning in and hope you find these insights helpful. Until next time, take advantage of what nature has to offer and support your body's innate ability to heal and restore.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.